She walked home alone at midnight. Then a stranger grabbed her and whispered, "Don't look back." But before we dive into the full story, let me know where you're watching from and what time it is now. Subscribe to the channel and let's get started. The city exhaled fog into the midnight air, streets slick with rain that never quite stopped. Claire Evans tugged her coat tighter, heels clicking against the cracked sidewalk. Shift over at the diner, another night of greasy plates and half-hearted tips. The alley shortcut loomed ahead, dim lamps flickering like reluctant guardians. She walked faster, pulse jumping in the chill. Ethan Walker melted into the shadows across the street. Hood up, hands in pockets, he scanned the block. Another patrol, another atonement. Emily's face flashed in his mind, gone too soon because he hadn't been there. Tonight, like every night, he watched for the vulnerable. And there she was, the waitress with the auburn hair, cutting through the alley alone again. He moved, silent as regret. A figure detached from the wall midway down the alley, a man, coat ragged, eyes hungry. He stepped into Claire's path, blocking the light. "Hey, sweetheart, diner girls like you. Easy pickings." Claire froze, stomach knotted. "Excuse me." She sidestepped, but he mirrored her, grin widening. "Come on, just a chat." His hand shot out, grazing her sleeve. Ethan surged forward, boots silent on the pavement. He grabbed the man's shoulder, spun him hard. "Walk away." The predator whirled, fists up. "Who the hell?" Ethan's stare cut through, cold and unyielding. No words, just presence, like a wall of night. The man hesitated, then spat on the ground. "Fine, whatever. I'll see you again, sweetheart." He slunk off, vanishing around the corner. Claire backed up, eyes wide. "Thank you, I didn't see him." Ethan turned, face half-shadowed. "Yeah, I hatched." Up close, his eyes held storms. Gray, weary. He nodded once, voice low. "You shouldn't take this way alone." She swallowed, pulse still high. "I know the risks, but it's quicker." He glanced down the alley, then back. "Not tonight." He extended a hand, not to touch, but to guide. "Come on." She hesitated, then fell in step beside him. His stride was steady, protective without crowding. Streetlights blurred overhead. "Who are you?" she asked, voice steadying. "Just someone passing by." His tone was even, but his grip on his coat tightened, a flicker of tension. They reached the end of the alley, her apartment building rising into view. Safe. She turned, studying him. "You seem familiar. Have we met?" He paused. "No, does," but his eyes lingered a second too long, tracing the line of her jaw, the way she held her chin high despite the fear. "Well, thanks again." She offered a small smile, hand brushing his arm accidentally. Warmth sparked there, unexpected. He nodded, stepping back into the dark. "Be careful." She watched him go, silhouette fading into the mist. Something in his gaze nagged at her, like he'd seen her before, known her steps. Not a stranger at all. The door clicked shut behind her, but the night felt heavier, charged with unspoken knowing. Inside her dim apartment, Claire leaned against the wall, heart slowing. The encounter replayed, his firm grip on the attacker, the quiet command. But that look, as if he'd been waiting, she shook it off, locking the door. Yet sleep evaded her, the shadow of his protection lingering like an echo. Across town, Ethan climbed the stairs to his penthouse, city lights mocking his isolation. Walker Tech's empire hummed below, but he ignored it. Tonight's save was routine, but her question gnawed. Familiar? He'd watched her for weeks, same route, same quiet strength. Like Emily, walking home that fatal night. He poured a glass of water, hand trembling slightly. Atonement wasn't enough, it never was. But in her eyes, he'd seen a spark, not fear, but curiosity. It pulled at him, a thread he hadn't meant to weave. The rain pattered against the window, blurring the world outside. Claire, safe in her bed, stared at the ceiling. That man, whoever he was, had appeared like fate. But why did it feel like he'd chosen her? The thought settled softly, a revelation in the quiet. This wasn't random. He knew more than he admitted, and that knowledge wrapped around her like the fog, both shielding and unsettling. Claire slammed the diner doors open, bell jingling harshly. Morning rush hit like a wave. Coffee steam, sizzling bacon, chatter blending into white noise. She tied her apron, hands quick, mind elsewhere. Last night's stranger lingered in her thoughts, his grip firm, eyes guarded. "Morning, Claire, rough night?" Marty the cook flipped eggs without looking up. She forced a smile, grabbing her notepad. "Just the usual, table 3 needs refills." She moved fast, pouring coffee, taking orders. "Omelet, no onions." "Got it." A regular old Mrs. Hale patted her hand. "You look tired, dear." Everything okay? Claire nodded, pulling away gently. Fine, more cream? A young woman sat alone, fidgeting with her phone, looked lost. Claire slid into the booth. Hey, you all right? The girl glanced up, eyes red. Boyfriend ditched me, said I was too much. Claire's jaw tightened. His loss? Want pie on the house? Small smile from the girl. Thanks. Claire stood, chest aching. Her own losses flashed, parents gone young, no siblings to share the load. She pushed through the swing door to the kitchen. Marty, one cherry pie, he grunted. You're too nice, kid. Someone has to be. She leaned on the counter, heart steadying. Across town, Ethan paced his office at Walker Tech. Screens glowed, reports piled high. He ignored them, staring out at the skyline. Last night replayed, her fear, then that spark of trust. Like Emily, walking home, unafraid until it was too late. His assistant knocked. Mr. Walker, meeting in 5. Cancel it, voice sharp. He grabbed his coat, heading out. Streets called again, even in daylight. Shift ended, Claire untied her apron, clocking out. See you tomorrow, Marty. Stay safe. His gruff concern hit her. She stepped into the afternoon sun, alley ahead, hesitated, took the long way instead, streets bustling. Home loomed, a small walk-up, paint peeling. She unlocked the door, kicking off shoes. Silence wrapped around her. Microwave hummed with leftovers. She ate standing, fork scraping plate. Thoughts drifted to the stranger, his voice low, protective. Not pushy, just there. She rinsed the dish, gaze landing on the fridge. A faded photo magneted there. Her family years ago. Mom laughing, Dad's arm around her, little Claire grinning wide. Before the accident, before alone became normal, what if he carried the same emptiness? A sibling's absence, perhaps? Her finger traced the edges. Miss you, whispered, voice cracking just a bit. The photo blurred. She blinked hard. That man last night, he'd let her out like family would. Unsaid, but felt. Her solitude echoed in the empty room, mirroring his distant watchfulness, as if he too mourned a loss like Emily's. She set the photo down, heading to the window. Street below empty, but a figure across the way. Hood up, turning away quick. Him? Pulse jumped. No, just a passerby. Still, the parallel settled softly, her quiet strength, his hidden guard. More connected than admitted, truths hanging in the unsaid. Ethan reached his building, elevator dinging. Penthouse silent, city noise muffled. The echo of loss bound them, unspoken threads pulling tighter. Night would come again. He'd be there, she might sense it, that deeper truth in the silence. Claire curled on the couch, TV flickering mute. The photo's memory lingered, a soft ache. Her life, simple, solitary. But last night shifted it. That protector, whoever he was, filled a gap she hadn't named. Unsaid parallels whispered, maybe she wasn't as alone as she thought. Claire wiped down the counter, rags snapping against Formica. Diner buzzed, forks clinking, voices overlapping. Late afternoon light slanted through windows, casting long shadows. She glanced outside, Ellie visible across the street. No sign of him, but the pull lingered. Order up, Marty barked, sliding plates her way. She grabbed them, balancing with ease, delivered to a couple in the corner. Enjoy? Smile quick, eyes scanning the door. Bell jingled. In walked a man, hood down this time, face clear, sharp jaw, gray eyes. Him. Ethan paused, scanning the room. Spotted her, nodded subtly. Claire's pulse jumped. She approached, notepad ready. Table for one? He slid into a booth. Coffee, black. She poured, hand steady. You again, from the alley. He met her gaze. Yeah, you okay? Fine, thanks to you. She lingered, wiping a non-existent spot. What's your name? Ethan, voice low, even. Claire, she extended a hand. He shook it, grip firm, warm. What brings you here? She asked, sliding into the opposite seat uninvited. He stirred his coffee, spoon clinking. Passing by, saw the place. Liar, her tone light but eyes sharp. You don't strike me as a diner guy. He smirked faintly. What do I strike you as? Someone who watches. She leaned in. Why me? He paused, cup halfway to lips. You walk that alley every night. Alone, it's not safe. You remind me of someone I lost. My sister, Emily. Same independence, same risks. I've seen your patterns. Late shifts, milk on Wednesdays at the corner store. Not stalking, protecting, because I couldn't with her. Her brow furrowed. Milk on Wednesdays? I haven't told anyone that. He sipped, gaze unwavering. Observant, walk the streets a lot. Notice habits like that, they're risky. She crossed her arms. You've been following me. Not following, ensuring. His eyes softened. Emily was kind like you, helping strays, chatting with loners here. Saw you once with a kid outside, gave him food. She recalled, weeks ago, boy begging. Sandwich from her lunch. No one around, except him. Vulnerability pierced, hers, nights alone, fridge photo her only company. His words reshaped him. Not creep, wounded. Watching not to harm but heal his own scar tied to Emily's loss. Tell me about her, she said, voice softer. He glanced out the window. She walked home alone one night, attacked. I should have been there. I'm sorry. A customer waved. She stood. Be right back. She served pie to the regular, mind racing, protecting because of Emily. His knowledge, specific, intentional, unsaid but clear now. He'd been there longer than admitted, perceiving her as a mirror to his sister. Marty called, Claire, orders piling. She returned briefly. Gotta go, but thanks for watching. He nodded, leaving cash. Be safe. Door jingled behind him. She watched him cross to the alley, pause, then vanish. Shift dragged, but energy buzzed. His reference to the milk, Wednesday ritual, post-paycheck, treat, unshared. It reshaped him from shadow to sentinel, bound by grief's threads. Home later, she locked the door. Family gone, like his sister. Parallels whispered. Maybe not so alone. Across town, Ethan entered his penthouse, coat dropped. Claire's curiosity, not accusation, stirred something. Perception shifted. She saw through him, gently. The city hummed below. Unsaid truths bound them tighter, reshaping guarded hearts. Curiosity pulled toward the unknown ahead. Claire pushed through the diner door, bell clanging behind her. Night air bit sharp, stars hidden by clouds. Alley ahead, shortcut tempting, but Ethan's warning echoed. She hesitated, then stepped in. Footsteps quick, shadows lengthening. Halfway through, a rustle. She spun. The man from before, ragged coat, eyes gleaming. Back again, diner girl? Stomach nodded. Get away. Voice steady, but hands trembled. He advanced, grin twisted. No hero tonight. She backed up, wall cold against her, phone in pocket. Too late. Help! A shadow detached, Ethan surging from the dark. He tackled the man, fist connecting with jaw. Thud echoed. Stay down. The predator scrambled, knife flashing. Ethan dodged, grabbing wrist, twisting. Blade clattered. Run, Claire! She froze, then bolted toward the street. Glanced back. Ethan pinning him, breaths ragged. Sirens wailed distant. Police arrived fast, lights flashing. Officers cuffed the attacker, one muttering, he's been eyeing diner shifts for weeks. Statements taken, they hauled him off, promising to hold him longer this time. Claire leaned on a lamppost, adrenaline fading to shakes. Ethan stood aside, hood low. Cop nodded at him. Good work. You hurt? Fine. He flexed his hand, scar visible under the light. Jagged, old. Claire approached, voice soft. You again. How? Saw you enter the alley. Lie smooth, but eyes betrayed watchfulness. She touched his arm. Thank you, really. He nodded, pulling back slightly. But she held on, hand over his. Warmth seeped through. Officers wrapped up. You're free to go. They walked together, streetlights pooling gold. Why do you do this? She asked, pace matching his. Can't not, voice low. After Emily. It's all I have. She glanced up. Tell me more about her. He paused under a street lamp. She was walking home, mugger. I was supposed to pick her up. Work kept me. Blame myself every day. Claire's chest tightened. You're saving others now, me. His hand rose, brushing her cheek, hesitant, then firm. You fight back, like her. Adrenaline lingered, drawing them closer. Her fingers laced with his, scar rough under her thumb. What's this from? She asked, tracing it. Old accident? Climbing with Emily? Rope slip? Voice caught. She pulled me up. Claire's mind flashed. A news clip. Years back. Billionaire's sister dies tragically. Brother injured in prior mishap. Walker something. Familiar. They reached her building. Come up? Coffee? He shook his head. Not tonight, but be careful. She squeezed his hand. You too. He lingered, then stepped back. Good night, Claire. Door shut, she leaned against it, pulse slowing. That scar, tied to a news story half remembered. Ethan Walker, tech mogul, hidden in shadows. His protection, not random. Atonement woven deep. Across town, Ethan entered his penthouse, hand tingling from her touch. Scar throbbed faintly. Reminder. Claire's questions pulled at him, deeper than expected. Trust budding, altering his isolation. But revelation loomed, tying his past to her present. Claire set her phone down, mind racing. His save altered everything. Scars tied to tragedy hinted at layers. Wealth, fame buried. It connected dots softly. His watchfulness stemmed from personal hell, making their bond more profound. He poured water, staring out at the skyline, her hand on his, small but seismic. Distance closing, threads of trust pulling tight, a quiet bridge to the unknown ahead. Claire paced her apartment, phone in hand. Screen glowed with articles. Ethan Walker, tech billionaire, sister's tragic death. Scar from climbing accident confirmed. Stomach knotted. Why hide it? She grabbed her coat, door slamming behind. Streets blurred as she walked fast, alley avoided. His building, Walker Tech Tower, sleek and imposing. She pushed through revolving doors, lobby echoing. Receptionist looked up. Can I help? Ethan Walker. Tell him Claire's here. The woman blinked, phoned up. Minutes later, elevator dinged. Ethan stepped out, surprise flickering. Claire? How? Google, your scar, the stories. Voice sharp but trembling. He glanced around, pulled her to a side office. Door clicked, shut. What do you want? Truth. She crossed arms. You're not just some guy, billionaire, recluse. Protecting me, why? He leaned on the desk, shoulders slumping. Sit. She did, chair creaking. He paced, hands in pockets. Emily died because I wasn't there. Work. Always work. Calls, meetings. She walked home alone. Attacked. I've been watching nights since. Others, then you. Your route, same as hers. Stubborn independence. Milk on Wednesdays, late shifts. Reminded me of her. I'm sketching tech now, safety apps, inspired by you. Claire's breath caught. So it's guilt, not me. Not just guilt. He stopped facing her. You stuck. Your kindness. Helping that kid, chatting with loners. Emily did that. Why hide who you are? She stepped closer. Fame complicates. People see money, not man. Eyes met hers, vulnerable. Raw. She touched his arm. I see the man, the one who saved me twice. He covered her hand. Claire. Phone buzzed in his pocket. He checked it, jaw tightening. Cops! That guy from the alley, he's out on bail. Asked about diner workers. Her pulse jumped. What? Stay alert, I'll watch closer. Voice firm, protective. Deeper pull stirred. She stepped closer. Show me, your world. He hesitated, then led her to the elevator. Up to penthouse. Views sprawling, city lights twinkling. Minimalist, but photos dotted shelves. Emily smiling. Claire touched one. She looks happy. Was. He stood behind, close. Until me. You're saving others now. She turned, faces inches apart. He cupped her cheek, thumb brushing softly. Maybe. She leaned in, lips meeting his. Brief, urgent. Pulled back, gaze steady. Sorry, he murmured. Don't be, she smiled faintly. Felt right. They sat on the couch, tea steaming. Tell me about you, he said. She exhaled. Family gone, car crash, teen years. Diner keeps me steady, alone but managing. Strong, his fingers laced with hers. Have to be, voice quiet. No empire. He chuckled low. Empire's lonely. Vulnerabilities spilled, her solitary nights, his endless patrols. Her kindness chipped his walls. He laughed once, genuine. Trust deepened through small acts. Coffee made, blanket shared. Why protect now, after years hidden, she asked. Guilt drives me. Atonement. Truth bare, no evasion. She nodded, fears easing. Not stalker, wounded soul. Closure settled, his presence benevolent. But conflict brewed. Guilt fueled it, not pure care. Was she redemption's tool? You deserve better than shadows, she said. Maybe. He squeezed her hand. With you, light creeps in. They talked till late, sharing childhoods, losses. Her empathy thawed him. Openness foreign, but welcome. She glanced at clock. Gotta go, shift tomorrow. I'll walk you, insistent. Downstairs, streets quiet. Arm in arm, pace synced. At her door, she kissed him, deeper now. See you soon? Yes, he smiled, faint but real. Inside, she leaned on door, heart full. His sharing closed doubts, but guilt's shadow lingered. Protection as therapy, not love's start. Across town, Ethan stared at skyline. Her touch warmed him. Walls cracking, conflict deepening. Sharing eased fears, but guilt's root exposed. Was he using her to heal? City slept, bonds strengthened, behavior softened. Clouds parted, revealing a moonlit city. Streets glistening from earlier rain. Claire dashed from the diner, scarf tight against the chill. Alley loomed, but she took the long route, Ethan's warning still sharp. Phone buzzed, text from him. Late shift, need a ride? She typed fast. I'm fine, walking. Dots danced, then, wait there, coming. She paused under a street lamp, shadow shifting. Headlights pierced the dark. His car, sleek black, pulling up. Window rolled down. Get in. She slid inside, leather seats warm. Thanks, didn't expect you. He pulled away, eyes on the road. Can't let you walk alone. His hands gripped the wheel, scar faint in dashboard glow. Since their kiss, trust had grown, shared losses, late-night talks, but his guilt lingered, a quiet weight. You okay? She asked, voice soft. He nodded. That guy from the alley, cops say he's out again, been asking about diner workers. You? Her stomach nodded. Why me? Fixated. Saw you alone, vulnerable. His jaw tightened. Won't let him near. They drove on, city lights sharp in the clear night. Her building neared, but he passed it. Ethan? Not safe there, my place, just tonight. She nodded, trust overriding doubt. Penthouse elevator hummed, city sprawling below. Door open to his space, vast, echoing. Minimalist, but Emily's photos dotted shelves, smiling eternally. He handed her a towel. Warm up. They sat on the couch, tea steaming. Moonlight slanted through windows, casting silver pools. Mug's warmth, his steady breath grounded her. Why hide this? She gestured to the room, awards glinting faintly. It's not me anymore. He sipped, eyes distant. Money didn't save her. Board meetings, deals, I chose them over her. Rushed home too late. She reached for his hand. Ethan, you're not that man now. He met her gaze raw. I've been using you to fix my failure. Watching, protecting, it's selfish. Her breath caught. Expectations shattered. Not pure hero, but man trapped by loss. Wealth amplified his isolation, not eased it. No, it's healing for both of us. My family's gone too. Crash took them. I worked to fill that void, just like you. He covered her hand. Claire, connection deepened. She leaned in, lips brushing his. Soft, then urgent. Pulled back, gaze steady. He smiled faintly. I found light. Buzzer rang, sharp, insistent. He tensed, checking camera. Him, the stalker. Her pulse jumped. How? Followed us. He grabbed phone. Stay back. Calling cops. Door pounded. I know she's in there. Ethan blocked her, body shielding. Go away, voice commanding. Laughter outside, muffled. Not without her. Claire grabbed a lamp, heavy bass. Together. He nodded, dialing, pounding grew frantic. Then crash. Balcony glass shattered. Wind rushed in, curtains flapping. Stalker burst through, wild-eyed, drenched. You took her! Ethan charged, tackling him to floor. Grunts, fists flying. Claire swung lamp, crack on shoulder. Man yelped, knife dropping. Claire, run! Ethan pinned him, slipping on glass. She kicked knife away, phone to ear. Police, emergency. Struggle intensified. Stalker elbowed free, lunging. Ethan intercepted, shoving him back. Moonlight flickered, chaos sharp. Cops' sirens wailed close. Stalker froze, then bolted through broken glass. Gone into night. Ethan rose, lip bleeding. You okay? She nodded, pulling him up. Embrace tight, blood metallic, relief washing over. Cops arrived, taking statements. Officer noted, caught him blocks away. Targeted diner girls, no more vulnerabilities to exploit. They sat amid debris, blankets wrapped. Expected danger alone, she whispered. Faced it together. He kissed her forehead. Strength in you. Emily's at peace now. No more nights alone for either of us. Revelation quiet. Luxury's weight exposed his isolation, not power. Bond deepened. Unexpected unity and reckoning. Sunlight streamed through office windows, warming Claire's desk at Walker Tech. She typed reports, fingers swift, phones humming in the background. Ethan leaned in the doorway, tie loose. Ready for lunch? She glanced up, eyes bright. Starving. They strolled to the park, hands brushing under oak trees. Sandwiches unwrapped on a bench. Amiyash benani. Turkey on rye, his choice. Board liked your safety app pitch, he said, passing her a napkin. Partner in crime. She nudged him, elbow light. Months had passed since the stalker's arrest. Shadows banished. Claire left the diner's bustle and its familiar faces for this shared path. Assistant by title. Equal in truth. They shaped tech for safer streets. Her ideas, his atonement reborn from nightly patrols. Burdens eased, late calls, his guilt flares, and dreams grew rooted in quiet moments. Coffee at dawn, notes tucked in lunchboxes. In the park, a breeze stirred leaves, sunlight dappling their faces. He squeezed her hand, scar rough under her thumb. Remember the alley? She nodded, leaning close. You changed everything. His eyes softened. You pulled me back. Evenings brought intimacy, couch talks, city lights below. Her laughter over burnt toast, his whispered reassurances after nightmares. Her family's loss, once a raw ache, found new meaning beside him, echoing the emptiness they'd both known. Healing wasn't perfect, edges still sharp, but shared. One dusk, he led her to the rooftop garden, candles flickering among petals. Blindfold slipped off. She gasped. He knelt, ring glinting, a simple diamond. Be my light forever? Tears welled. She pulled him up. Yes, always. Embraced tight, stars above. No spectacle, just them. Breeze whispering. Wedding day dawned bright, garden blooming. Claire walked in a white sundress, auburn waves loose. Ethan waited, suit crisp, eyes locked. Friends sparse, flowers arching overhead. Scent heavy. Vows came soft. You'll never walk the alley alone again, he said, voice steady, forgiving himself in her light. Because I'll always have you. Her hand in his, ring sliding on. Her family's foe, now beside Emily's in their home, wove losses into love, no longer solitary. Kiss sealed it, applause quiet. Reception faded fast, cake cut, slow dances. They slipped away, home calling. In bed, sheets cool, limbs tangled. Husband, she tested. Wife. He drew her close. City exhaled below, lights dimming. Healing wrapped them. Imperfect, but theirs. Shared dreams ahead, burdens lighter. Quiet beginnings stretched, love's exhale endless. If this story moved you, if it reminded you that hope can be found in the most surprising moments, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Heartwarming Love Story. We bring you stories that touch the soul, renew your belief in kindness, and highlight what's truly important in life.